Hi, welcome everyone. We are going to look today Dell EMC PowerEdge T440. This is newly purchased server. So we are going to power this up and we're going to look how it is going to perform. Right. Okay. So I'm going to turn on the power here. Turn on the 3 kV UPS here. Okay, it is turned on. So we're going to power this one. Right. So finally you have this here, and there's supposed to be key here. So you have a key here in front. So like this you can lock this computer, right? Lock this server from this key, right? So I have removed that one, right? So I need to press this power button to start this up. So before that I want to show something. This backside of this server, and you got dual power units, right? Dual. So if one is failing you can go on from another, and you have 1 2 3 networks, right? And you have VGA and HDMI and USB and stuff, right? This and you have a network card here also, right? So at the front you have other things like the hard disk. The hard disk you can slap here, so it's a live slap, and you can just slap the hard disk while it is running, right? So if you look the configuration of this one, so you have so I got the configuration here, like, so PowerEdge T440 Intel Xeon Silver, right? So you got two processors, Intel Xeon Silver, and you have 12 MB of cache and bus speed of 9.60 GTs per second, and 4 ports, and you got 2.4 TB 5 SAS hard disk. So the SAS hard disk is going to go here, right? Okay, now we are going to turn this on. Okay, right. Okay, right, at this moment I'm going to press F10, right? So we are going to go to the life cycle controller. So you can go to control S, and you can go to configuration menu also. So here I have gone to life cycle controller, right? So it's going to show all the virtual drives and other things here. Okay, right, on the we are on the life cycle controller, and here you can see the life cycle log, and on the top down you can see the configure, RAID and deploy an operating system, right? It's the important thing you can do, or you can configure RAID here, right? So this is the wizard. You can do both, configure, RAID and deploy an operating system. If you click that one, you will go to something like that, a wizard. And in that wizard you can configure the RAID first, and you can install operating system, right? So if you can go next, but I recommend you have go out of the lifecycle controller and install the operating system, right? So here you have OS deployment, and also here and settings and so on. So I'm going to go into system setup here and advanced hardware configuration, and there you see more important stuff here. So system BIOS, iDRAC settings and device settings. Okay. So you go to system BIOS, and in system BIOS you'll see a lot of configurations, right? So go to processor settings, and you can see it's going to have 9.6 GTs per second, right? So it is the processor. So we have 2.2 gigahertz at 9.6 GTs per second, and you got processor 1 with level 2 and level 3 caches, and you got the processor 2, right? You got two processors here, right? Okay, now I'm going to go out, so finish, right? And you go to IDRC settings, right? So these are the things you can configure here. So go to device settings, and in device settings you have seen RAID controller have already configured here, right? So if I go to RAID controller configuration, this is Dell Perks X750 adapter. So if you go there, you can see it is already configured, right? So going down here, right? So if I go to configure here, so it's already configured, so you can clear the configuration and create a virtual drive again, right? So I'm going to view disk group properties. So I have created a virtual disk here, right? It's like model VD1, it's RAID 5. I have put RAID 5 here, right? So when I have created virtual disk, it's going to total like 8.73 terabytes, right? So if it's everything goes okay, it's going to have something like ready. Okay. So I have already created a virtual disk, right? And created this RAID configuration, right? So I'm going to go back, I'm going to say finish, right? So you can see the physical disk and so on. So the disk groups, virtual disk. So I'm going to finish here, right? I'm going to finish here. So it's going to boot up. So I'm going to finish here, then you will go, I'm going to exit this one and going to restart and boot into the operating system. So I have installed Linux here, so it's going to take 2 minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes to exit from the lifecycle control, and we're going to boot into the operating system. So I have installed Linux. I'm going to boot into Linux operating system. You can go to boot manager by pressing F11 here if you need to install and so put CD and stuff. Right here it's going to boot directly to CD-ROM, and then it's going to boot into hard disk. So it's nice sound coming now. It's going to turn on the network interface. It's trying to turn on the network interface. Okay, so we are done here. Okay guys, thank you for watching. We have seen in another video like this nice video where I'm going to come back for my channel. Okay, thank you, goodbye.